Deputy Clare Daly.
It is obviously very hard to talk in 2 minutes about the unending horror that is the situation being faced by people in Syria today. And we obviously tabled this topical issue on the 4th anniversary. 4 years of unrelenting struggle, desolation reigns, and no real end in sight for citizens across Syria. I mean, I think many are war weary. It's not that they particularly support one political faction or another. They're just exhausted and destroyed. Millions in refugee camps without even the basics, starving. Over 200,000 people killed. Nobody remembers them. There are no morgues to deal with them, no state to register their deaths. And the economy has shrunk. Poverty is everywhere, and obviously ISIS holds sway in huge parts of northern and eastern Syria. It really is an unmitigated humanitarian disaster, and I do think we have to, when we try to look forward, look back as well. And we discussed in here a number of years ago that at the time when President Obama decided to arm the Syrian opposition, that was not going to help the situation, that it was actually going to make it worse. And there's no benefit in saying that, or you don't feel good about saying that, but it is the reality. Because Oxfam pointed out over 2 or 3 years ago that sending arms to the Syrian opposition won't create a level playing field. Instead, it further risks fueling an arms free-for-all where the victims are the civilians of Syria. Our experience of other conflict zones tells us that this crisis will only drag on far longer if more and more arms are poured into the country. And that is at the nub of this. That militarisation has to cease. The support from external forces, the external bombings and so on have to stop to create a space out of the desolation where the people who live there have to try and grapple with a solution. And we, as a neutral country, should be spearheading that call.
Thank you, Deputy.